Hi, I'm Justin, and today I'm going to show you how to install a pair of French doors in an existing opening. Hope you enjoy.
Looks like it is. Slow.
Pre-drill.
And it doesn't have to touch.
No, so just shy of 5/8.
It's really not doing nothing. It's just for mounting the door. Putting a couple screws up top so it doesn't.
Well, it could also be providing tension so it doesn't pull on the wall.
I'll see how it's going to be sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
See, that a regular one, the last board would be short.
Maybe on this side.
No, you gotta get this out first. I forget how much I'm.
That's more steak. Let that clamp out a little bit. Because you want it on the ground, right?
What?
You want the door jamb on the ground, right? Here.
Yeah. I don't know how it's on there.
Oh, but there's not staples. Should have checked that.
It could be on top. No, we didn't check.
No. No.
We're gonna have to check.
Here.
You see them?
Yeah.
Where were they at?
On the top.
How you get those? Let's get down that nut.
Careful.
They didn't leave one open.
What?
Usually they leave one open so you can.
Pretty cool, right? Alright, so my dad came over last night to help me install these doors. I couldn't have done it without him. He helped with the framing and with the install. It's in place with screws, but my next step is to secure it fully. So I'm going to put a few more shims in, a few more screws in, make sure it stays square. And then after that, it's time for some drywall. So I'm going to be covering this in drywall. And covering the top part in drywall as well. I thought about doing like a window or something, but by the time the trim's all up, it would just be too small, and I don't think it would have the effect that I was hoping for. So I'm just going to drywall it. I was trying to stay away from it, but I don't think I can avoid it. So my next steps will be drywall or securing the door. I'm going to put the handles on. I got these cool gate handles. I didn't really care for doors because it has a ball catch on top, or like real doorknobs. Oh, those look nice. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if Rachel likes them. I got all these ordered and change them out. I don't know if I care for all this stuff, but I think it'll look good. So I'll install these so it's easier to open and close the door. And then work on drywalling. Today's task is drywall and try to get it all ready for paint tomorrow. If I could paint tonight, that'd be awesome. But if I have to paint tomorrow, that would be fine too. Pretty much all day tomorrow as well. I'm doing this to surprise Rachel, my wife. This is her office. She works from home most of the week, so she needed a nice place, and sometimes the doors are nice to just keep it a little quieter when the dogs are making noise, or if we have people over, or if I'm in the kitchen. It'll be nice to have a little bit of privacy while she's working and not have to listen to the whole house. All right, let's get to it. Here's the gate handles. I think they turned out nice. I don't know, we'll see. Rachel can tell me if she likes them or not, and I switch them out. I got them, they're pretty cheap, they're like $5 a piece, so. I think this is better than door handles because it's not like that does anything anyways. The lock's up here. All right, I have the door secure. I got the ball locks in place. I'm happy with the way it's sitting. The frame's nice and tight. So the next step is going to be drywalling this section. I mean, putting a piece of drywall over here to just cover the 2x4s and just fill the space really, because the trim I'm going to use is MDF like 1x6, and so it's going to span this whole width. So I don't see the point of like filling it all in with mud and everything. So I'm just going to put that in there to act as a backing and fill the space. And then this is where I'll be doing all of the mud, tape, texture, fun stuff. All right, let's get to it. Like I said, this isn't really going in for looks or anything. It's really just to go as a back support for the trim. The trim's going to cover this whole piece, so I don't have to mud it at all. I'm just using it to space out the trim. So I'm just going to drive some screws in on this, and then the top piece is going to have to be the pretty piece. So we'll spend a lot of time on that one, I'm sure. So I need 2 odd-shaped pieces of drywall to cover either side. So I'm making a template out of cardboard so that I can cut it out of drywall. I will be adding like some 2x4s up here to attach to, of course. Just wanted to do it after I drew up the template. Morning. Alright, so I think I last left off as I had just put the first layer of drywall in. I filled the crack. After that I didn't really film because this is about 5 or 6 layers later. I did use the mesh tape on the second layer to add structure, and then I just kind of filled in to gradually fill in that slope. I just did kind of like a texture pass trying to match the texture of the walls. So I'm hoping that's good. After this dries, I'll sand it down, and then I should be ready for trim. And so I'll trim everything real nice, and I'll hide all the rest of this exposed stuff. And after that, it should be ready for paint. So real excited. I got up early to get this first layer on, or last layer on. It's about almost 8 o'clock now, and Rachel gets home probably about 6. So I think we have plenty of time. I don't have to rush. Well, we do have to clean this room a bit. Oh, and I took the doors out back and sprayed those because I knew those windows would be a beast. So I hope she didn't want to be actually able to see through the windows. Just kidding, there's protective plastic. Alright, so I got all the nail holes filled, and then I covered those with the wood filler, and then now I'm going to caulk all the seams, make sure it looks seamless and has nice joints, and then it's time for paint. I'm super excited. So it's 11 o'clock now, so 7 hours till she gets home. We should have time. We should be good. I did it. We got them done in time. It is, I think, 5 o'clock now. She lands at 5:30, and I'm guessing she'll be home around 6:37ish. But they're complete. I forgot to film installing the doors. My dad actually came over and helped me do that. And I think they turned out great. I'm so happy with the result. They look beautiful. The trim turned out better than expected. Even the drywall is not half bad. This is just a technique that I saw someone else on YouTube do. It's a piece of lattice. It is about half an inch thick by 1 inch, and just put it on the MDF trim that I use for the sides, and then a 1x2 MDF piece on top, and then this decorative little crown piece. And I think it turned out really nice. I sprayed the doors, and that finish looks great. And then these are the gate handles that I grabbed. I think they work perfectly. So I'm excited to see her reaction. This is kind of her office. I just put together a desk that she got from like Amazon. So we'll see how she likes it.
Oh my god! Babe! I'm like, why isn't he coming out? That looks so good! Oh my goodness! Oh, it opens all the way? Oh my goodness, mommy. Hi, good mamas. Oh, babe! Oh my gosh, this looks